Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I am Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Savannah Lion Games in Pooler, Georgia, where I'm about to play a 1,000-point battle between my Dark Angels and Aaron's 1,000 Sons. So the story that we've got going on here is that a Dark Angels battle barge was in orbit above the surface of this planet, investigating some weird warp anomalies that had been detected by a librarian. And while they were inspecting the planet, the battle barge was struck by a massive charge of warp energy that rent it in half and sent the forces of the Dark Angels abandoning the ship and looking for a safe passage down to the surface of the planet to escape with just their lives, essentially. They managed to track that as the ship broke up, it started to fall apart and be brought into the atmosphere of this planet and being brought down, caught in the gravity pull of the planet. And they started to track the communications system. It was a main article of emergency communication device that was falling to the ground, and they were trying to follow it and find out where it landed on this planet. When the trap was sprung, it was the 1,000 Sons and Ahriman himself that had sprung the trap and had sent up that warp energy that had doomed their ship. And they sprung the trap, launching their ambush onto the Dark Angels, which is where we are right now. So that's the story. The mission that we're going to play in is open. We are doing the open war deck. So we drew a really close deployment, which led to a really fun situation right here. A really close deployment. So with open war, you have to place them within your deployment zone and more than 3 inches from an enemy model. So you could be right up on the edge, and then your opponent has to be 3 inches back, and vice versa as it goes along that way. We are going to be playing the Comet. So at the start of the third battle round, the players roll off. The winner rolls a dice and places an objective marker as close as possible to the center of the corresponding location shown in the map below. So we will do that in the third round, which will represent the communications component that is coming to the ground that the Dark Angels will need to get off the planet. Then we have the twist, which actually worked out super well, which is orbital debris that we drew. So each player that rolls 3 dice at the start of their turn. For each 6 they roll, they pick a separate enemy unit, inflict D3 mortal wounds upon it, which is pretty good. And then my opponent has 2 less power level than I do, so he got the ruse, which is inspiring speech. And you play this after deployment is complete, but before the first battle round, and as long as your warlord is on the battlefield, your units automatically pass morale tests. So as long as Ahriman is alive, he will automatically pass all morale tests, which is great for his Zangors sitting over there with their 15-man squad. So that is the story. That is the mission that we're going to be playing. We will come back to you after showing you the 2 armies that are going to fight it out today. So for the Dark Angels, I'll be running a battalion detachment and a spearhead detachment. Leading off the battalion detachment, we have a master and a tech marine. We have 2 5-man intercessor squads and a 5-man tactical squad. For the spearhead detachment, we have a lieutenant and a librarian with a force sword. We have 2 venerable dreadnoughts, one with twin las cannon, close combat weapon, and storm bolter, the other with assault cannon, close combat weapon, and heavy flamer. And last but not least, we have a 3-man aggressor squad with bolt storm gauntlets and frag storm launchers. So for the 1,000 Sons, he'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off that detachment, we have Ahriman and an exalted sorcerer with a force stave. We have 2 5-man rubric marine squads. They are armed with inferno bolt guns, and the aspiring sorcerers have force swords and warp flame pistols. We have a 15-man Zangor squad with Zangor blades and Brayhorn. We have a Rhino with 2 combi bolters. We have a Hellbrute with twin las cannon and missile launcher. And last but not least, we have a Helldrake with Bale Flamer. All right, so those are the armies going over deployment. For the Dark Angels here, we have a 5-man intercessor squad right by the middle of the table here. We've got a 5-man tactical squad back over here. We have the 2 venerable dreadnoughts over here, and behind them we have the tech marine, the librarian, and the master, who's going to be my warlord. He's going to have the tactical brilliant tactician warlord trait, and he's also going to have the Shroud of Heroes, so he's -1 to hit. We've got 3-man aggressor squad up here, along with a lieutenant back behind them, and then back in the building over here, we've got the 5-man intercessor squad waiting back over here. Going over deployment now for the Thousand Suns. We've got a 5-man Rubric Marine Squad here, 5-man Rubric Marine Squad here, as well as Ahriman. Then we have the Aspiring Sorcerer back here. Or no, not Aspiring Sorcerer. The Exalted Sorcerer back over here. And we have the Hellbrute back in the building over here, looking down field. We've got an empty Rhino up over here. And we have the Helldrake. And the 15-man, the big... the 800-pound gorilla in the room, the 15-man Zangor squad right up there, 3 inches away from my aggressor squad. So this should be interesting to see who wins out. So, all right. So as of right now, the Dark Angels are going to go first, unless he can seize the initiative. Looking for a 6. No, he does not get it. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 1. Basically, just my Intercessor squad here moved up. Everyone else stood still because don't know where that comet's coming down, so got to wait off a little bit before I start moving anything, and I really don't want to move them. And, you know, Grim resolves a thing, so that's pretty cool. All right, so that is it for movement phase. We will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, start with the Psychic phase. My Psyker is going to cast Trephination onto the Rhino since he's the closest one there. So looking for a 7 to go off. Getting it with an 8. So rolling 2d. I roll 2d6, and now he's gonna try to deny it. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, you got people all around here. So Ahriman's gonna try to deny it. He's looking for a 9 and getting it with a 10. Well done. And now I'm gonna cast Smite, which again will be on the Rhino. Looking for 5, not getting it. All right. All right, start off the shooting phase with my aggressors into his Zangors. So they get twice as many shots since they didn't move. So it's going to be 12 shots each from them over here. So we got 36 shots plus 2d6 shots each for their Fragstorm grenade launchers. So plus an additional 10, 15, 16, 17. So this is all the dice that they're going to be rolling. Pretty awesome. All right, so here we go. These are going to be looking for 3s to hit. Yeah, we'll come back to you with that. All right, re-rolling the 1s because of Grim Resolve since they didn't move. All right, getting another 3 misses there. All right, so we got 41 hits. These are going to be wounding on 4s. All right, we'll come back to you with that. And re-rolling 1s because of the lieutenant there. All right, none of those. So we've got 20, 6 times 3 is 18, 20 wounds here. AP nothing, so they're going to be 5-up saves because either their armor is 6, so it becomes 5 because of cover, or they've got a 5-up invul anyway. So we got 20 5-up saves. All right. So making 8. Making 8 out of 20, so that means 12 of them are dead. So that's that's a lot of them. All right, so now the lieutenant's going to shoot him in the face with a pistol. 2 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, that's 2 hits, wounding on 4s. That's 2 wounds, 2 5-up saves. Failing 1, making 1. 1 more dead. All right, so now my Venerable Dreadnought over here is going to shoot his Stormbolter into the into these dude bros over here, and he's going to fire the assault cannon into the Rubric Marines over there. So we're going to start with the Stormbolter first, hitting on 2s. That's all hits. Wounding on 4s. Getting 3 wounds. 3 5-up saves. Making 1, so that is 2 dead. They are dead. And now the regular assault cannon is going to fire into the Rubric Marines, so 6 shots, hitting on 2s. Because he didn't move. Re-rolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. Okay, back into a 1, not meant to be. So that is 5 hits. Strength 6, so looking for 3s to wound. All right, so that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wounds. AP -1, +1 because they're in cover, and +1 because it's only doing 1 damage and all is dust. So just going to keep them at that 2-up save, which is pretty nice. Making all but 1, so 1 dead. All right, so now my other Venerable Dreadnought's going to fire his twin las cannon into the Hell Turkey over here, so 2 shots, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of the Master or Grim Resolve, so that is 2 hits. Wounding on 3s, that is 1 wound. AP -3.
He's a 5-up invul.
5-up invul save. He's good. All right, this squad here is going to fire into the Rhino. One guy's going to throw a crack grenade. The rest are going to rapid fire with their bolt rifles. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. They did move, so no re-rolling of 1s. All right, these are all going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 1, 2 wounds. AP -1, so 2 4-up saves. Making it both. All right, this tactical squad here is going to fire into his held turkey over here. He's got 4 shots from the bolters that can hit, hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because they did stay still with Grim Resolve, so that's 4 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound. Regular save. Oh, takes a wound. All right, so the Librarian, the Tech Marine, and my Master are going to fire their bolt pistols into the Rhino over here. The yellow is going to be the Master hitting on a 2. Everyone else is hitting on 3s. All right, all hits. Getting 2 wounds. Yep, 2 wounds. So looking for 3-ups. Failing 1. And my Intercessors over here are going to fire into the Rubric Marines over here. So we got 5 shots hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because they stood still. Grim Resolve. All right, so that's 4 hits. Wounding on Strength 4, so wounding on 4s. Getting 2 wounds. AP -1, +1, +1, 2-up saves. Failing 1. All right, so that is it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, my Venerable Dreadnought over here is going to charge into his Rhino. So he's going to fire Overwatch here. Getting 1 hit. No wound there. So he needs a 9-inch charge to get in. Does not get it. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll that one. No, so close, but do I get it back? Do not. So his Warlord trait, or not Warlord trait, the Relic, lets him roll basically the same thing that I do, Brilliant Strategies, except on my objective. So he's going to see if he can get one back. He does, so he is up to 10. 9, I lied. And now my other Dreadnought is going to try the same thing. Getting a hit, or getting 2 hits, sorry. Yep, so looking for 5s to wound. No wounds there. So, charge distance, looking for an 8-inch charge. Ooh, nope. No, I need an 8-inch charge. I don't know why my mental math was not working there. So he is in. Boop. And then these guys are going to charge in as well. And they are in. All right, so we're going to start off with my Venerable Dreadnought here. He is going to attack into his Rhino. So I've got 4 attacks hitting on 2s. That is all hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s because it's strength 12, toughness 7. That is all wounds. AP -3, so 4 6-ups. Making none of them. 3 damage apiece. He is dead. Does he explode?
Come on.
Don't do. Okay, thank you.
I'm gonna command.
Oh, he's gonna spend a command point to re-roll that. Oh man, I saw a symbol and it scared me, but it's just the skull. Which you'd think that would be even scarier, but it's not when that thing would be exploding on a circle. All right, so that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 1. Pretty good turn. Because of the ruse, he doesn't have to take a morale test for anybody. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Thousand Suns here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Thousand Suns. I can't want to say Hell Drake. I keep wanting to say Hell Turkey. Hell Turkey's way funnier. So his Hell Drake here moved up, looking on my poor tactical squad back over here. He healed up back up 1 wound, so he's at 12 right now, which is I think the max, right? He's at full health right over there. Over here, these Rubric Marines moved up slightly, so they're in double tap range over here, and these Rubric Marines moved up over here, and those 2 guys stood still back there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so now we're going to start off here. He is going to cast Prescience onto his Hellbrute, looking for looking for a 7. Going off. Oh, not going off with a 6. You gonna spend a command point to reroll that? No, not gonna reroll. All right, now he is going to cast Weaver of Fates onto the Rubric Marine squad over here. So looking for a 6. Going off with an 11. So that is +1 to their invul save. All right, so now the Aspiring Sorcerer here is going to cast Tzeentch's Firestorm onto my aggressors over here. So looking for a 7 to go off. Goes off with a 7. I am going to try to deny it over here. So looking for an 8. Nope, not getting it. So he rolls 9 dice, and every 6 that comes up is a mortal wound onto that squad. Getting 1 mortal wound. And now the Aspiring Sorcerer over there is going to smite into my aggressors. No, he perils. Oh, you didn't. No, he didn't yet. So he's going to roll Okay, not perils, but so that's pretty good, but does not go off. And now Ahriman is going to cast Infernal Gaze onto my aggressors, needing a 5 or
4.
Oh, he needs a 4 because he gets +1. Going off with a 10, so he rolls 3 dice now. Everything above a 3, so every 4, 5, and 6 will do a mortal wound to them. Oh, rough. And now Ahriman is going to smite them, only needing a 5 still, which becomes a 4 because of Ahriman, because Thousand Sons, Brotherhood of Psychers, don't take minuses for extra smites. Ooh, no! He already spent his reroll! That's a rough one. D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds. All right, so start of the shooting phase. This squad of Rubric Marines is going to fire into my aggressors. So we're going to start with the Aspiring Sorcerer, who has the Warp Flamer, or the
Warp Flame Pistol.
Warp Flame Pistol. So it's going to be D6. I think that sounds right. Whatever. It's basically a flame pistol. It's all good. So he's going to have D6 auto hits, getting 4 auto hits. These are now going to be Strength 3, Toughness 5. So looking for 5s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP
-2.
AP -2. So it's +1 because they're in cover, so -1 looking for 4 ups. I'm going to spend a command point to reroll that. Nope. Okay, do I get it back? I do. Does he get 1? He does not. And now the other guys are going to fire 8 shots into him, hitting on 3s. All right. And these are now Strength 4, so looking for 5s to wound because they're T5. Getting 1 wound. 2 wounds. AP -2 again, so it's looking for 4 up saves because they're in cover. Oh, failing 2, another dead. And now this Rubric squad is going to fire into my aggressor over here. Only the bolter guys are in range, so these are going to be 4 shots because they're in double tap range. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of Ahriman. All right, not meant to be. And these are now going to be wounding on 4s. Oh, wounding on 5s, I'm sorry, because T5. No. And now his Hellbrute's going to fire into my Assault Cannon Venerable Dread over here. So he's got, they're going to be, the big ones are going to be the Twin Las Cannon, and then that's going to be the Missile Launcher. So hitting on 3s. So that is 4 hits. 3 hits? 4 hits. I looked at the number 4 and got it in my brain. So looking for, all of these are looking for 3s to wound. So getting 2 wounds, 1 Las Cannon, and 1 Missile Launcher. We'll do the Las Cannon first, so it's AP -3, so looking for a 6 up save. Nope, do not make that, so that's D6 damage. 6 damage, killer. So 6 Venerable saves, looking for 6 ups to ignore wounds. Failing all of those, so he takes 6 damage. And then the Missile Launcher is AP -3 as well, so looking for a 6 up save on that one. Oh, it's 1 second. All right, it's -2, so looking for a 5 up. Nope, failed that one. So D6 damage again. 4 damage. All right, so I need to make what? I lost 6, so I need to make 3 of these 6 ups, or he is dead. Oh boy, here we go. Show me them Phil Fersos. And no, I make none of them, so he is dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, so now his Hell Turkey here is going to cast the Bale cast. It's going to shoot the Bale Flamer into my Master over here. So it's what is it? Just D6, D6 auto hits. So getting 4 auto hits. Strength. Strength 6. So looking for 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP -2 +1 because he's in cover over there. So looking for a 4 up save. Failed 1 of those. 2 damage. Woof. All right, his Rubric Marines here are going to charge into my aggressor over here. So he's going to have 12 plus 2d6 shots in Overwatch, plus an additional 7 shots. All right, we've got 19 shots hitting on 6s. Rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. All right, getting a fair number of hits considering it was 6s. Yeah, so getting 6 hits. These are Strength 4, looking for 4s to wound. Rerolling 1s to wound because of the lieutenant there. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds. At AP nothing, +1 because of all is dust, even though they've got 2 guys out of cover there, so it's going to be 2 up saves. Making all of them. And then they need a, what is it? A 9-inch charge to get in. Does not get in. Do you want to spend a command point on that one?
No.
No, not going to do it. All right, so now his Hell Drake here is going to, I almost said turkey again because it's funnier. His Hell Drake is going to charge into my tactical squad over here. So we're going to throw 1 crack grenade, and then we're going to throw a bunch of bolt shots over there, hitting on 6s. All right, re-rolling 1s, no need, no 1s there. So that's going to be 1 bolter and 1 crack grenade. So strength 6, toughness 7. So looking for a 5 to wound on this one. No wound there, and then 5 to wound on this one. There is a wound on that one. AP nothing, so regular 3-up save. He's good. And then his charge distance is pretty, yeah, we'll see if we need to measure that, is way in. All right, so now the Helldrake is going to attack into them, starting off the fight phase for us. So we've got 4 attacks, hitting on, hitting on 3s, hitting on 3s. All right, so that is 3 hits. Strength user, which is 6, so looking for, 7, so still looking for 3s to wound. So that is 2 wounds at AP -1. So 2 4-up saves. And I failed them both. And then my dude bros get to attack back. 5 attacks because the sergeant has 2 base plus a chainsword. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, 3 hits. Wounding on 5s. Getting 1 wound. 1 3-up save. No, takes a wound. All right, and that is it for the shooting phase here. That's it for the Thousand Suns turn here. These guys lost 2, and so cannot fail their leadership because the sergeant's still around. And these guys lost 2, so they're going to be fine because the sergeant's there. So that is it for the movement. That's it for the Thousand Suns turn here on turn 1. We'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 2. All right, movement phase. These guys moved around over this way. My Dreadnought moved back over this way, looking on his Hellbrute. These guys, Hell Turkey. These guys over here stayed in combat. All of my characters here stood still. My Aggressor stood still, so did my Lieutenant, and my Intercessors over there stood still. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so starting off the Psychic phase, my guy is going to cast Smite onto his Hell Drake over here. Going off with a 7. So looking for, he's only looking for a 7 because he gets +1 to his denial with Ahriman over here. No, does not get it. So D3 mortal wounds. Ooh, that is cocked. 1 mortal wound. I'm actually going to spend a command point on that. Into 2 mortal wounds, do I get it back? I do not. Does my opponent get 1? No, he does not. And now I'm going to cast Righteous Repugnance onto my Dreadnought over here. I knew that was going to happen when I was debating on whether or not to do the command point. All right, well, I already spent my command points. So D3 mortal wounds into 2 mortal wounds. Cool. All right, so now my Intercessors here are going to fire into his Rubric Marines over here, starting off the shooting phase. So we've got 10 shots from there and there in rapid fire range, hitting on 3s. All right, that is all hits. That's pretty good. So these are going to be strength 4, toughness 4, so looking for 4s to wound. All right, getting 2, 4, 6 wounds here. So it's AP -1, +1 because of all his dust, because he's got 2 guys that are out of cover over there. So we're going to do these 2 at a time. So the first 2 looking for 3-ups, making both of those. So another 2, making both of those, and another 2. Making both of those. All right, so now this Intercessor squad is going to fire into this Rubric Marine squad. So we've got 10 shots here, hitting on 3s. They did move, so not getting to reroll those 1s. These are now going to be wounding on 4s. Okay, so that is going to be 4 wounds. They've got all of his dust and cover and -1, so looking for 4 2-up saves. Failing 2 of them. He's going to spend a command point on one of those, and he's good, so only losing 1 guy. All right, so now my Venerable Dreadnought here is going to fire his twin las cannon into his Hellbrute back over there. So we got 2 shots, hitting on 3s because he moved. All right, so that is 2 hits, wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound. Did I spend my command point already this turn? 1 second. I did not, so I'm going to spend it now. So again, looking for a 3. Nope. Do I get my command point back? I do. Does my opponent? He does. All right, so that's 1 wound, AP -3, +1 because he's more than 50% obscured and in terrain there, so looking for a 5-up. No, does not make it. So D6 wounds. 4 wounds. Welcome to Georgia, the Georgia summer here, where a thunderstorm just like opened up over top of our heads here. Didn't expect that, but anyway, back to the game over here. We're going to fire with my aggressors over here. He is going to fire into this Rubric Marine squad over here. All right, so it's going to be 12 shots plus 2d6 shots into him over here. So another 4 shots. So this is going to be 16 shots coming in. These are going to be hitting on 3s. All right, rerolling 1s because of Grim Resolve. Not meant to be, so that is 2 misses. These are now going to be wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of the lieutenant that's still over there with him. Okay, not meant to be. All right, so we've got 3, 6, 7, 8 wounds at AP nothing, so 8 2-up saves because of all his dust and cover and whatever funness. Failing 2 of them, so that squad is wiped. All right, these guys over here are going to shoot their pistols into the Helldrake. They didn't move, so rerolling those 1s. So that's 2 hits. No wounds. Lieutenant here is going to fire his 2 pistols into that Rubric Marine squad. That is 2 hits. That is 2 wounds. 2 ups because of all his dust, making them both. And that is it for the shooting phase. So into the assault phase, my Dreadnought is going to charge into his Helldrake over here, looking for an 8-inch charge. Not getting it. I'm going to spend a command point to re-roll this. I really want him in there. Yeah, and he gets him in. Woo! All right, do I get the command point back? I do not. Does my opponent get one? No, he does not. All right, the Hellbrute, we forgot about this. He has a craze rule, which means that at the end of every phase that he gets wounded, he gets to roll a d6. On a 6, he gets to shoot like it's the shooting phase or make close combat attacks as if it's the fight phase. So, looking for a 6. No, does not get it. All right, so starting with the fight phase, my Dreadnought is going to punch into his Helldrake over here. So we got 4 attacks hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because of the master over there. So that is 4 hits. Strength 12, toughness 7, so looking for 3s to wound. Okay, that is, I'm going to spend a command point to reroll one of these. All right, so that is a wound. Do I get it back? I do not. Does my opponent get one? He does, in fact, get one. So I'm down to 5. My opponent's up to 8. So, but that's 3 wounds that go in there. AP minus 3. So we'll come back to you with that. All right, so we've got 3 5-up invul saves, making 2 of them, so he only takes 3 damage. He's actually going to spend a command point on that one. That one failed? No, so he still has the 3 damage onto him. And then my tactical squad will activate. 5 attacks, hitting on 3s. All hits, looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound, 3-up save. Yeah, he's good. All right, so now the Helldrake is going to attack into my Dreadnought. 3 attacks now because he's in the second profile. So these are going to be hitting on 4s. Getting 2 hits. These are now going to be strength 7, right? So looking for 4s to wound. Getting no wounds. And the sun's back out, so like I said, welcome to Georgia. And that's going to be the end of the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 2. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Thousand Suns. All right, movement phase for the Thousand Suns here on turn 2. His Helldrake healed back up wound, which brought him back up to his first profile, and then he GTFO'd all the way over to here. And then Ahriman moved up over this way. These Rubric Marines moved up closer to my aggressor over here. His Exalted Sorcerer and the Hellbrute both moved up this way, closer towards my guys. And that is it for the movement phase. So we will come back to you with the Psychic phase. All right, so starting off the Psychic phase, he is going to cast Prescience onto his Hellbrute over here. So looking for 7. So getting it with a 9. And now he is going to Weaver of Fate his Helldrake over here. So looking for a 6 on this one. Getting it with a 7. All right, and now he is going to, his Aspiring Sorcerer over here is going to cast Glamour of Tzeentch onto his Hellbrute. So looking for a 7. Not getting it with a 3. And now Ahriman is going to smite into my aggressor over here. So looking for a 4 because he gets +1. No, not getting it with a 3. He's going to spend a command point to reroll that into a 5, so that is good. I'm going to try to deny it. So it ends up being a 6 because he gets +1. So I'm looking for a 7. Getting it with a 10. So now Ahriman is going to warp time his Rubric Marines over here. Looking for a 6. Getting it with an 11. Getting it with a 12 because it's +1, but still good to go. So they are warp time. And now Ahriman is going to Infernal Gaze my aggressor over here. So he needs technically a 4. He needs a 4 because he needs a 5 result. Getting it with the 5. So this is going to be 9. Oh no, 3 dice. Every 4 up is a mortal wound. Getting 1 mortal wound. All right, so now Ahriman is going to fire his pistol in the shooting phase into my aggressor over here. So hitting on a 2. That's a hit. Wounding on a 5. No wound. All right, so now focus. My opponent has he spent 2 command points. He spent 1 command point on Veterans of the Long War onto his Dreadnought over there, and then 1 command point on Blasphemous Machines. So he's going to ignore the penalty for moving with heavy weapons, and he's going to have +1 to his wound roll. And now he is going to fire everything into my Dreadnought over here. So we're going to go with the twin las cannons over here. 1 second. All right, so the big ones are going to be the twin las cannon. The small one's going to be the missile launcher. These are going to be hitting on 2s because of prescience and not taking the penalty for moving with heavy weapons. All right, so good thing you did that, not taking the weapons. Woo, that was good. All right, so that is going to be 3 hits. These are all going to be wounding on 2s because of Veterans of the Long War. All right, so again, all the 2s work, so that is going to be 3 wounds. So we've got 2 AP -3. We'll do the last cannons first. AP -3, so these are looking for 6-up saves. Failed both of those. So looking for 2d6 damage. Oh, 10 damage. All right, 10 venerable ignoring wound rolls. I need to make 3 of these for him to still be alive to take the damage from, or even to make the save against the missile launcher here. So looking for fill faces. Show me those fill faces. Making 2. Oh, cocked. Oh, making 2. I'm going to spend. Oh, I'm actually going to spend a command point because otherwise he's dead. Because that would have been 8. He'd be dead. Oh, come on. Show me that fill face. No. Nope. So he is dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. Do I get my command point back? I do not. Does my opponent get 1? He does. That was a real good turn of events right there. All right, so now the Hell Turkey is going to flameo into my intercessors over here. So D6 hits. That is 3 hits. These are going to be strength 5, right? Strength 6. So still looking for 3s to wound. Getting 3 wounds, pretty good. AP -2, right? So looking for 5-up saves. Failing all of them. 2 damage each. That is 3 guys dead. All right, so now over here, his Rubric Marines, the bolter guys are going to shoot into my aggressor over here, and he is equidistant between the 2, so he is going to put his Warp Flame Pistol into my lieutenant over here. So we're going to start with the lieutenant one first, so D6 hits. That is 1 hit, looking for a 5 to wound. That is a wound. AP -2, +1 because he's in cover, looking for a 4-up. Nope, failed that. All right, so here come the bolter shots into my aggressor, hitting on 3s. Ooh, pretty good. These are now going to be wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds. AP -2, +1 because he's in cover, so looking for 4-ups. Failed them both. He is dead. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase, the Rubric Marines are going to charge into my lieutenant over here. He's going to fire Overwatch, looking for 6s. Getting 1 hit. Not getting a wound, but getting to reroll 1s because of himself. That is a wound. 2-up save. They're good. And their charge distance totally in. All right, so starting off the fight phase, his Rubric Marines are going to attack into my lieutenant. The sorcerer is going to be the small ones. He's got 2 attacks. Everyone else has 1 attack each. These are all going to be hitting on 3s. All right. Death to the False Emperor over there. All right, that's another hit. Pretty good. So only 2 misses. These are all going to be wounding on 4s. Getting 1 AP -3 save and 1 AP nothing. So we'll do the AP nothing first. 3 up. He's good to go. And then AP -3, so looking for a 6 up. Showing that Phil first. Nope, not getting it over there. So D3 wounds. Oh, 3 wounds, he's dead. All right, so that is it for the Thousand Suns turn here. I have to take a leadership morale test over here. So they lost 3 guys, 3 plus 3 is 6. They are good to go. So we will come back to you with the location of the comet because it's turn 3. All right, so I won the roll off, and now we will roll to see where this comet lands. On a 1, it goes over in this quadrant. 2, 3, 4, and 5 and 6 is right in the middle. So here we go. Rolling that dice. 4. So that's going to be over here. Okay, we'll put it there, and we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3.
Okay.
All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels here on turn 3. These intercessors moved up over this way. Tactical squad moving up this way. All 3 of my characters moving over this way. Those guys are moving over this way, and that is it for the movement. Everybody's moving. Everybody's moving. We've found the signal for the location of the communications equipment, and we've got to make our move to get over there. So that is it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so starting the psychic phase, my psyker is going to cast Smite into his rubric marines. So does not go off with a 3. And then I'm going to cast Trephination onto them as well. So looking for a 7 to go off. That does go off. So he's going to try to deny it. So I got an 11, which means that you need to get an 11 because he gets +1 because of Ahriman. Does not. So it goes off. So now I roll 2d6 +2 because it was over 10 to go off. And then minus their leadership, which is what? On the rubrics. 8 for the rubrics there. So it's going to be 8. So it's 2d6 +2 -8. That many mortal wounds onto them. Oh, an 11, 13 -8 is 5. That's the whole squad wiped out with Trephination. Holy cow.
No.
Intercessors are now going to fire into his Helldrake over there. So 4 shots because they're in rapid fire range, hitting on 3s. Not re-rolling anything, so that's 3 hits. Strength 4, looking for 5s to wound. Getting no wounds. All right, so now that intercessor squad's going to do the same thing. 5 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, all hits. Wounding. I could have used that roll in this one because wounding on 5s. Getting 2 wounds, AP -1. So it's going to be 2 4-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. All my characters now are going to fire into his Helldrake over there. Yellow's going to be the master, hitting on 3s and 2s. Okay, so that's just the master hits. Wounding on a 5. That's a wound. 3-up save. Oh, he's good. And then the bolters here are going to fire into his Helldrake. That is 1 hit. No wound. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. My brave tech marine with nothing to fix anymore is going to charge into his Helldrake over here. So he is going to Bale Flamer me because my opponent thought it was an 8-inch range on this. No, it's 18-inch range on this Flamer here. So here we go. D6 auto hits. That is 5 auto hits. Good roll. I saw the 1 I wanted. These are going to be wounded on 3s. Getting 2, just 2. Yeah, 2 wounds. AP -2. So looking for 4-up saves because he's a tech marine. And I make 1, fail 1, so he takes 2 damage. Still alive, but down to 2. I need a 9-inch charge to get in here. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, he's in! Woo! And now my librarian's going to try to charge in. He needs an 11-inch charge to get in. Nope. I'm going to spend a command point on that because I really want him to get in. Yeah, with the filth face! Oh, man, do I get the command point back? I do not, but that was totally worth it. Does my opponent get one? He does not. All right, so starting off the fight phase, my librarian is going to attack into his Helldrake over here. I've got 3 attacks. These are going to be hitting on 3s. Getting 1 hit. Wounding on a 5. That is a wound with a fill face. AP -3. So he's going to be at his 4-up invul save because of Weaver of Fates. Oh, and he's good. My opponent's spending 2 command points to interrupt and attack into my Tech Marine over here. So here come his 3 attacks, hitting on 4s now because he has a second profile. Oh, 2 hits. Here we go. Strength 7, so looking for 3s to wound. That is going to be 1 wound. AP -2. 1 second. All right, so AP -1, so looking for a 3-up save. Oh, I'm going to spend a command point on that one. Yeah, he's okay. So, yeah, he's good. Okay, do I get my command point back? Correct. I do not. Does my opponent get one? He does. And now my Tech Marine gets to attack in here. Yellow is going to be the servo arm. Greens are going to be the power axe that he's got. So these are all going to be hitting on 3s. Oh, 4s on the yellow, sorry. The others are hitting on 3s. So we got 2 hits here. This is going to be strength 8, so it's going to be wounding on a 3. This one is going to be strength 5 because it's strength +1. That's going to be wounding on a 5. All right, so that is going to be 1 AP -2 wound there from the servo arm. So looking for a 4-up invul save. No, he fails it, so he is going to take 3 damage. Oh, he's going to spend a command point to reroll that. Oh, into a 1, so he still takes 3 damage. All right, I'm going to spend my last 3 command points to attack again with my librarian. Let me see if I get a command point back. I don't, so I'm out of command points. Does my opponent get one? He does, so he is up to 4 command points. Oh boy, here we go. Librarian's going to attack back. Onto the chapter. Here we go. 3 attacks, hitting on 3s. Oh boy, 2 hits. Wounding, I could have used these rolls here. Wounding on 5s. Oh, getting 1. AP -3, 4-up invul save. No, it goes through. Okay, oof. Okay, here we go, here we go. If I roll a 3, he's dead. Because it's D3 damage. If I roll a 3, he's dead. If I don't roll a 3, he's gonna be alive. Oh man, like if I couldn't have just saved one more command point for this. Oh boy, here we go. Show me that 3. Show me that 3. No, 2 wounds. He's still alive with 1 wound left. So that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here on turn 3. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Thousand Suns on turn 3. All right, so movement phase for, I don't know why I'm showing my guys, movement phase for the Thousand Suns here on turn 3. Everyone over here moved back this way, and his Hell Turkey moved his 10 inches. He's up to 2 wounds now because of being able to heal 1 every turn, but he's still at his 3rd profile, so he can only move 10 inches over this way, and that's where he is. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. All right, so start of the psychic phase. His Exalted Sorcerer is going to prescience into the Dreadnought over here. Need a 7, it goes off with a 7. And then he's going to Weaver of Fates, the Helldrake over here.
Need a 6.
Looking for a 6. Ooh, does not go off. Now Ahriman is going to try to warp time his Helldrake over here.
It's a 3-inch spell, but
It's
they get plus
3-inch spell, but he gets additional because they're a battle. It was Battleforged, right, or something?
It's because it's the Battleforged Thousand Suns.
Because they're Battleforged Thousand Suns, they
Brotherhood
get
of Psychers.
Brotherhood of Psychers. They get an additional 6 inches on each of the spells. So 9 inches, he is within range over here for this one now. Needing a 6.
Well, 5.
Or needing a 5. Oh, does not go off.
I'm gonna let it go.
He's going to let it go. All right, so now he is going to Infernal Gaze. My librarian over here looking for a 4 to go off because of his +1. It does go off with an 8 total there. I'm going to try to deny it because I don't want him to die. So here we go, looking for a 9 on this roll. Oh! Oh! If he'd only not had the +1, I would have been fine. All right, so 3d6, 4 pluses are mortal wounds. Giving 2 mortal wounds, that's enough to kill him. He's dead. And now he's going to smite my Tech Marine over here. And that goes off. D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound. He's going to spend a command point to reroll that into 2, and he kills the Tech Marine. All right, so shooting phase. His Helldrake is going to go flame on onto these guys over here. D6 hits. 3 hits. These are going to be wounding on 3s. Getting 2 wounds. AP minus 2, so looking for 5 up saves. Making 1, failing 1. 2 damage. All right, so now his Hellbrute is going to fire everything into my intercessors over here. He's going to fire a frag missile and the 2 las cannons. So the frag is going to get 5 shots. Pretty good. These are all going to be hitting on 4s because of oh no, the frag I think might be assault. 1 second. Yeah, they're all heavy, so they're all going to be, everything's going to be hitting on 4s. So the small ones are going to be the 2 twin las cannon shots. Everything on 4s. Getting none of the las cannon, but 3 of the frag shots. He rerolls 1s because of the Exalted Sorcerer here. 1 second. All right, rerolling 1s because of the Exalted Sorcerer over there. All right, so those end up do a hit, but that one doesn't. So we've got 3 frag hits and 2 las cannon hits. Las cannons are going to be wounding on 2s. The frags are going to be wounding on 5s. All right, so we got both the las cannon shots wounded and one of the frag wounds. So the 2 las cannon are AP minus 3, looking for 6 ups. Making 1 of them, so 1 will D6 wounds for that. 1 wound, and then I've got 1 second. All right, he's going to spend a command point on that one. Into 3, so that's a dead guy. And then the 1 frag save, looking for a 3 up. He's good with a fill phase. Woo! All right, so that is it for the Thousand Suns turn here on turn 3. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Dark Angels. They advanced. My master advanced. So did my intercessor over here. And these guys just moved up because that's it for the movement phase. Into the shooting phase, they are the only ones over here with shots into him, and they can reach him. So they're going to fire 5 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, don't get to reroll 1s because they move, so that's 4 hits. Strength 4, looking for 5s to wound. Getting 3 wounds. AP minus 1, plus 1 because he's in cover, so it's going to be 3 3-ups. Oh boy. Making them all. Well done. And that's it for the Dark Angel's turn, so we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Thousand Suns here on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Thousand Suns. His Helldrake here moved over here. He's up to 3 wounds now, healing himself up. So still the first, still his last profile, but up there. Ahriman here advanced over this way, rolling a 6 to move. His Exalted Sorcerer also advanced, rolling a 1 to move. So he's just moved up over where he did, and then he just moved up over here. So that's it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. Psychic phase, my bad. So he's going to start off by trying to prescience the Dreadnought over here. So his Exalted Sorcerer is going to be looking for a 7 to do that. Going off with a 7. Now he is going to Weaver of Fates into the Helldrake, looking for a 6. Getting it with an 11. Now Ahriman is going to smite him. He's looking for a 4 on this roll because he gets plus 1. Oh, it goes off. So he is... Oh, no, D3. Still got a D3 because he's got 2 wounds. I forget. Oh, 6. He is dead. And now he is going to Warp Time the Helldrake over here. Oh, cheating. Now he's out of range, so now I can't do it. Here we go. Warp time here. Looking for a 5. You needed a 5?
I needed a 6.
You needed a 6, which was a 5, so that was successful. All right, so starting off the shooting phase now, his Helldrake here is going to fire into my tactical squad with the Bale Flamer, so D6 shots. 2 hits. These are going to be looking for 3s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP minus 2, so looking for 5-up saves. Making 1, failing 1. All right, so now his Hellbrute is going to fire into my intercessors over here. He's going to have a frag missile here, so D6 shots, so 2. So it's going to be 2 shots from them, and then the small ones are going to be the twin las cannon. All of them hitting on 3s because he moved and has prescience. All right, so everything hits here. So wounding on 2s and 5s, right? Is it strength 4? Oh, 4. So 2s and 4s. So getting 1 and 1. So I'm gonna spend. Nope. So just 1 and 1. So we'll do the AP nothing first. Good on that one, and then 6 up on the las cannon. No, failed that one. D6. 6, he's dead. All right, so that's it for the shooting phase. Into the assault phase. His Helldrake here is going to charge into my master over here. He's going to fire a bolt pistol because I'm just out of range with a crack grenade. So bolt pistol hitting on a 6. That is not a hit. So here comes his charge distance. 7 is totally in. All right, so now the Helldrake is going to attack into my master. 2 attacks, hitting on 5s because he's still in his first profile. That's 2 hits. These are going to be looking for 3s to wound. Getting 1 wound, AP -1, so looking for a 4-up save. No, I failed it. So he takes, what is it? Oh, D3. Oh, wait. I'm going to spend my Warlord trait, free reroll that he gets. Oh, and he's good with a 4. Woo! And now my master is going to attack back into him. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s. All right, rerolling 1s because of himself. All right, so that's 4 hits. Looking for 5s to wound. Getting 2 wounds. AP nothing, so 2 3-up saves. Fails 1, makes 1. All right, that is it for the Thousand Suns turn here on turn 4. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Dark Angels on turn 5. All right, movement phase. This tactical squad moved up. My master fell back over this way, and then my intercessors moved up over this way. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We will come back to you with the shooting phase. All right, shooting phase. They're going to fire into his Helldrake here. I've got 2 guys in rapid fire range, so it's going to be 5 shots, hitting on 3s. All right, 1 miss. Not rerolling 1s because they moved. Looking for 5s to wound. Getting 1 wound, AP -1, so 4-up save. He's good. Tactical squad here is going to fire into them. I've got a crack grenade from the lieutenant, from the sergeant there, and then a rapid firing bolter hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s because of the master over there. Okay. So the crack grenade hits, looking for a 5 to wound. Nope, no wound there. All right, so that is it for the Dark Angel's turn here. That's going to be the game because on his turn, Ahriman's just going to run up, grab the telecommunications gear, and they're all just going to vamoose, leaving the Dark Angels stuck on this planet just like they had planned. So a brutal and awesome and flip-floppy and crazy game. A ton of fun. I had a blast with this one. So yeah, it just kept going back and forth. So the first turn when I just like obliterated the Zangors, it felt like it was going pretty well my way. And then turn 2, he comes along and does like a pretty good job. 2 turns in a row, one-shotting my my dreadnoughts with his Hellbrute was pretty awesome. And never giving my Tech Marine a chance to heal them either. He was just like 1 turn, he was like, boom, just take him out. No more dreadnoughts for you. So yeah, an awesome game. I had a blast. Oh man, almost killed the Hell Turkey. Almost, but he's still flying. Limping flying, but still flying. So, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil the Glacial Geek as always. My opponent's been Aaron, and until next time, have fun.